PH Momag.
Okay, I'm so excited. It's Martha.
Hi, Connie.
And if you know Martha, Martha has Press Monkey Coffee and Teas, right?
I do.
And I think all of Pleasant Hill just loves going to the coffee shop and seeing you there. You're kind of like the mama of the town. I don't know. I kind of feel in that though. But you're more than that. You are you definitely have lots of roles in Pleasant Hill, giving lots of love, right?
I try.
Right? So you are the president of PHHD.
I am.
Right? But you have some other roles and some other committees that you're involved in. Can you kind of just brush over?
So we have, with the PHHD, we have a cooperation with several other organizations, and we have a seat at the table in Betterment, which is kind of like...
Community Betterment is...
kind of like the city's nonprofit, if you would.
Okay.
They take and they help manage the properties that the city owns. They help to improve things such as work improvement at the depot and some of the historic buildings that the city owns.
Okay.
So they manage and oversee that. So kind of like a nonprofit property manager for the city, if you will.
And are you a part of anything else, or is that it?
That is that, and of course the PHHD, but that's it. So,
okay. Oh yeah, that's probably enough.
That's way more than enough. Yeah.
So PHHD, how long has PHHD been around?
So it started out way back when, I believe in 2016, it started out as more of a merchants group where the business owners down here got together and they would take and try to improve things and do things and help out. In 2019, the city took and worked with the group and worked with Missouri Main Street. Missouri Main Street is a preservation nonprofit group that actually works with Main Street America to take and to help preserve little towns like this and to help keep the charm and to help revitalize these little communities like this in bigger areas and in smaller areas. So the city sunk a lot of money in a charter to take and to be able to take and use the 4 points of Missouri Main Street and to work and to help use their resources and their knowledge to take and advance our downtown and take and preserve and have it be the hub that it really should be.
Yeah. So, okay, so let's talk a little bit about Missouri Main Street. I kind of have some information, just a little bit. I just took a little snapshot, and I just had a question for you to explain it to everybody. Let's see what we got here. And then maybe not if I can't find it. Well, I thought I did take a snapshot. I didn't. Oh, here it is. I'm like, where'd it go? Okay, so here it says you've got 4 kind of quadrants. And I was kind of working a little bit with you guys a year ago, so I remember the quadrants: design, organization, promotion, and economic vitality.
That's correct.
So I would love for you to share kind of what each one's doing, and and let the community know.
So
Let's start with design.
okay, we'll start with design. That's our biggest one.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, it's amazing. Bonnie from Casey Vintage Realty is the
Right next door.
Yeah, she is the committee chair, and she is working really hard.
Yeah.
And she has an amazing group of people. We are working hard to do a ton of things. We have to be grant ready. And basically what that means is there's a lot of grants out there, and they take and ensure that we have all our plans in place so that when we go and apply for grants, we're ready.
Yeah.
So,
how exciting.
I know. It's amazing. So there's so many different things, from light poles down here with cafe lights, all the way to our biggest project, which is the pavilion.
Okay.
So on Gray's. So
that's Gray's lot. And if anybody wonders where that is, it's the empty lot by Willow. Right.
On First in Wyoming. Yeah. And it's kind of, you come down, there's two ways to come into downtown. And there's one off of Veterans and First, and there's one off of Wyoming. And when you round the bend, that's the first thing you see. That lot's been empty for 30 years.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Well, I actually shopped at Gray's when it was there.
Nice.
And actually Debbie did my taxes. You know,
That's right. That's right.
We've been here almost 30 years.
Nice.
And we remember when Gray's fell, and it was very sad.
Yes.
Very, very sad. Everybody has their Gray's story.
Everybody does.
You know, but yeah, it's been a while, and it's just been vacant and doing nothing.
And so it's owned by the city.
Okay.
And it is obviously several lots that, because there were several buildings there, it's now being put into one lot. And
they're zoning it into one lot?
Yes, it's going to be one. They have to be one in order to roll forward with this project.
Okay.
We are ready to go to council and to get our final blessing to go forward with this project. So what we would like to do is we would like to build a open air pavilion that eventually, in more phases, will have restrooms.
That would be nice.
Dog watering station.
Ooh.
And it will have waypoint information so that you can come down. Bikers can come. They can lock their bikes up there. They can picnic there. They can get out of the rain. They can go to our local shops and restaurants and enjoy some things. And we can be able to have concerts there.
Okay. We got another one. Organization.
Organization. So organization takes and does a lot of things for us. One is if we have turnover as far as our leadership goes, somebody else can pick up and start right away. So it is everything from records filing to policy making, all the way to a really amazing thing that we have. We have hired a company named Locable. They have taken and on our website, they have a really amazing thing. This is the main reason we went with them, is we want to take, and if you are wondering on a Friday night, what's there to do in town? Right now, you would have to go to a bunch of different websites. You're not really sure where you're going or what you're doing or pages. But Locable has a calendar so that, let's say the library has an event. This Thursday, the library has an event at Press Monkey where we're doing a coffee class for teenagers.
Yeah.
Super cute. Well, you want to know how to find it.
Yeah.
You can go onto the PHHD or the city website or
It's all the
Veterans.
same.
Yes. So the website, you'll be able to pull that up and you'll be able to see all the events in town. So
good.
all of them will click together. So it's free for, like, let's say you have an event. Let's say you have a recital. You can open a Locable account and you can be a Locable page, and it's free for you.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's like a social media thing where everybody can go and then you retrieve it on your website.
And it works, and it goes, here's all you have to do is you fill out this form, click, 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 check. And it immediately auto-populates to everybody's calendar who's participating,
makes sense,
right?
doesn't it?
So everybody's calendar who's participating, now you have all their information.
Yeah.
You have all the stuff. Oh, your recital's going to cost money.
Yeah.
They can look, and it will link you to your Facebook page, to your website. It links you to all the things, and you can just go click, click, pay, and done, and purchase your tickets, and you're done.
Nice.
So all the events in town will now link to that, and you don't just have to come to the PHHD page.
Right.
You can go to the city. You can go
Everybody's a Locable.
Absolutely. So, and it's really ease of using. You don't have to be.
Locable is not a sponsor.
It is not a sponsor. You don't have to be a developer to use it. That's really what is really, which is important to us. One other thing that we're going to be doing, and organization helps with this, is storytelling. There's so many amazing stories and amazing people down here and in our community, and we want to be able to bring that to light and to tell their story.
Right.
And it's not just for
tell their story. Did we switch topics?
We did switch topics.
Okay.
Well, yes and no.
She's so slick.
I know. Well, it still corresponds with organization. So that's something that organization will be doing.
So what are we doing here?
And we will be doing storytelling. So basically, we'll be able to tell people's story. You'll be able to get to know the business or get to know the...
Oh, on the website.
Yeah. Yes, on the PHHD website.
Gotcha.
So we will be going and doing that as well.
That'd be fun.
We'll be having these really amazing moments, and we'll be able to tell our people story in our community, in our little downtown,
Yeah.
and we'll be able to tell the history and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And it will really be able to let people know and understand what the
That's
downtown's
incredible.
all about.
That's incredible.
yeah.
Pleasant Hill is a very special place. I always thought anyway.
I do too.
It's my town, you know. So, so what do you think is the greatest impact that PHHD has on downtown?
So I feel like the greatest impact that we have down here is this past year that we've done. It's not something you can physically see, but you can feel it. We have taken and worked with all the different organizations down here, such as Betterment,
CID.
the Chamber, all the different organizations to take. And so we're not all just paying for a porta-john and having 17 porta-johns next to each other or something.
Yeah.
So we're working together as a collaborative effort to take and to improve through our nonprofits the downtown and the experience that our community has down here. So whether it's to take and to help people with resources for preservation and with grants, or whether it's to take and feed our kids in our community, or help take and do an art walk, whatever it is that we do, or hold the farmers market, we are working together, unified, and we are taking and making sure that we are not overstepping the bounds, and we're actually working together and not fighting with each other. So
yeah. So
it's a big thing.
it's a big thing. It's
It is.
important.
It is.
So why did you step up? Why you to be president of this organization?
So I have might have to edit that, I think.
That's okay.
Why did I step up? I saw a need. There was a need. There's a need for someone who can take and help lead and see a vision and help bring people together and to unify people. And if there's one thing I learned from running a coffee shop is that it is 10% knowledge of running a business and learning how to make amazing coffee. And it's 90% people, not only your people, but the people in the community and the things that you touch in the community. And I think that people aspect of it is a side that I was able to bring and that our board's able to bring and take and help us to achieve so much more through a collaborative effort with everybody. So
Is it time intensive? Is it?
oh yeah. So last year we did, I want to say 5,000, I think it was 5,246 volunteer hours.
Oh wow.
So that's 5,246 volunteer hours that mostly merchants gave of their time for their community, whether it was to take and to feed a bunch of kids, or whether it was to take and create a amazing farmers market for our customers, or hold events, or do fundraising. No matter what it was, this is the time that we've gave from our business take out of our businesses and our family time to take and to bring something back to the community. I always say, one thing that when I first started with this, it's a merchant thing. Oh, no, it's terrible. No, it's not. Because the people who are invested are the people who step up. Those are the people who have the most to lose. If you have something to lose, you're going to work really hard to ensure that you take and keep it and protect it and nurture and foster it.
Yeah.
So that's what this group of ragtag merchants are doing.
I don't think
down
they're all
here.
merchants. I don't.
Nope, not all of us, but a lot of them. A lot of us are. And there's
sometimes I feel like in these types of things, these types of organizations, when you're a merchant in a downtown, especially in this kind of environment, you're sometimes the only ones that are stepping up.
And that is true. That's absolutely true. And that's the hardest part for us down here. Is we really want to take and make a difference and make an impact. Did you know that we had 60 vendors at the farmers market? So those are local farmers, they're local craftsmen, they're local people who have an idea and a vision, but nowhere to go because they're too small. So the farmers market does that, and we give them the ability and the platform to do that. And we have some of them stepping
you're
up
growing.
and helping as well.
I've noticed the last couple of years it is growing, and
Absolutely.
there goes our train. Gotta love the train.
I know.
We have stories about the train.
Nice.
But okay, so what's your long-term goals?
So the
10 years, 20 years?
the long-term goal is to take and to be able to fill with storefronts all the buildings down here, to help save some of the buildings that are needing preserved.
What do you want to see?
Get them resources. I would love to see. I would love to see our second story housing.
Yeah.
Huge. It's absolutely huge. Did you know that in the United States, if we renovated and re-preserved all of the second story housing in our historic downtowns, we would no longer have a housing crisis in this country.
No way.
It's proven, yes.
No way.
Yep. Not that we have that issue here. We do have some second story housing that needs it.
I think it would save money on the city.
Absolutely. Can you imagine amazing little Airbnbs and some more apartments and things down here?
I can.
That were cost effective for people that they could walk to. They could walk to their local coffee shop or their local wine store.
Do you think they'd let us build up?
Some cases you can. It's really hard in a lot of these old buildings that you have, structural issues with brick and things like that.
You'd almost have to put another kind of foundational.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
in it.
But it's not impossible. Look at Press Monkey.
I know, right?
The Baldridges took and they put a second floor loft in Press Monkey, and that wasn't there when they started. So.
It wasn't?
Nope,
but
it was not.
But your ceilings were pretty high.
The ceilings were high. Yep.
Ours aren't quite.
That's the bonus
high.
of these old buildings. So.
Yeah, ours just
not quite there.
Not quite there. Another foot might have been able to do that. Yeah.
So second story housing is second story housing, Airbnbs, things like that. I don't know if down here we can support a hotel. It's just not the infrastructure that is needed for that. That's why Airbnbs are so critical in these little niche areas like this. Clearly, we need some.
We used to have a bed and breakfast up by the what do you call it? The elementary school? I think it was.
There's still several, and there's many.
But I mean, a bed and breakfast, not an Airbnb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So there are
But not
several
anymore.
Airbnbs here still.
That'd be nice if we had that again in one of those old buildings. Another
absolutely.
bed and breakfast.
Yep. A restaurant or two. Absolutely. Is pivotal. I agree.
Three. We need three really strong. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something, Martha. I really believe this town would support it.
Absolutely.
I believe you can make a good penny with a restaurant down here. And you get three of them down here. You got that synergy from the outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, go get them, Martha.
Absolutely.
Okay.
For the record, I'm not opening a restaurant downtown.
No, she's not. But if
I got enough going.
But if she did, it would be awesome.
Thank you.
It would be awesome. Okay, so a pub.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
With pub food.
Yeah,
real good pub food.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Some music.
Yeah, some music.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe Italian.
I'm all about that. Steak,
definitely. Yeah. Well, we lost the creamery.
Yeah, I know.
I was really disappointed. But if it was down here, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it would be so wonderful.
Yep.
But is there anything else that you would like to share about PHHD? I know you have several things going on during the year, so here's your chance to kind of mention your other promotions.
Yeah, we have so many different things. Everything from our farmers market,
and that's on Saturday mornings.
Yep, farmers market.
It
starts second. I think it's the second or third Saturday in May.
Okay.
And it goes till the second or third Saturday in October. So it's about 26 weeks long of Saturday mornings that we do our farmers market, and it goes from 9 until noon.
Okay.
And we have up to 60 vendors. It'll be in the lot behind us and in Gray's lot. We've spilled over into Gray's lot. We typically have a food truck or two as well.
You do. Cheesy.
Yep.
Cheesy.
Yep.
Okay. So, and then the sourdough bread.
Yep.
What's her name that makes those?
Ashley Starling.
Oh my gosh.
And
her
we
chocolate chip
have-
cookies are
Yep.
amazing.
Redemption Acres. There's several others that we have.
Yeah.
So we've got a decent amount of bakers. We've got the meat people.
Yes.
We've got flour people. We have a lot of
And you
stuff
got the
that
vegetables.
happens. Absolutely.
Got the vegetables.
Absolutely. And everything from honey, local honey, to 3D printed things. You name it. It's
That's
super
getting
awesome.
popular.
Yes, it's very popular.
Okay, so but are you going to do the beer thing again?
Yeah, we're going to change it though to October.
Good idea.
It's our home brew. It's not a brew fest, it's a home brew.
Yeah.
Where people get to come and sample all the home brews, and there'll be a taster's choice. There'll be judges and the whole nine
Fall
yards
is
and
so
music.
much better for beer.
Yeah, and we decided to change it. But I think our biggest thing and our biggest need is volunteers, is people to come out and to help.
Mention your Piccadilly.
Yep,
It's your
our Piccadilly.
prize little...
We have an amazing Piccadilly auction, which is
sold out last year.
We sold out in about an hour, I believe, last year.
So
this year, I foresee it doing the same. We've actually changed the place it's going to be. It is going to be still in Pleasant Hill, but it's going to be at the I can't remember the name.
Oh,
the airport, the little airport on the corner of 58 and 291.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, it's going to be that Airbnb and
where
that
the circle thing
space.
is now.
Yes, that we have.
Lovely.
So it's going to be there. So if you need to come in your airplane, we got you covered.
We got you covered.
We have
got an
you
airplane.
covered. So
That's
so
awesome.
it's a beautiful event. Stay tuned because we are going to start firming up plans of what the theme will be, that type of stuff. It's an amazing event for women in our community.
It's always on my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
If you bring a cake, I'll come.
We can do that. We can do that. So it's an awesome event, and we have amazing food and drink, and it is a wonderful gala.
And just follow your Facebook page so you'll know what all the events are and they're coming. And if you want to volunteer, how
you can
do that?
reach out on our website, which is historicpleasanthill.org.
Okay.
And there's a page on there that you can click and you can volunteer. We'll reach out to you. You can visit with Lisa at Willow or myself at Press Monkey. You can catch Julie Brown on a Saturday across the street or at the farmers market. And there's so many wonderful opportunities and things to give back and to do in our community.
And of course, go visit Martha at Press Monkey.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, and buy a t-shirt.
Exactly.
T-shirt. Well, thank you.
Of course.
Oh my gosh, this was great. So if you ever have any more information, just let us know.
Absolutely. I'm very excited. We've got some amazing stuff happening.
Yeah.
And it's going to,
and
I think
we
it's
always
going to be a
have
great
fun.
year. Yeah, exactly. Awesome.
Right.
Well, thanks for having me, Connie.
All right.
Car shows and rodeos, the county fair and the big creek shows.